Well, what do we got here? Seems as if we got somebody wanting to figure out how to play Rainbow better. Well, I got you covered, dude. Alright, so here's 5 basic tips on how to get better at Rainbow Six Siege all together in one long-form video. And this is my first long-form video, so be sure to like and subscribe so I can continue to upload more content just like this. And let's get right into it. Number 1, and probably one of the most important tips I can give out to you, is drone play. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, especially low ranks, really just despise using drones for some reason, and it's just mind-boggling if I'm being honest with you. Drones are probably the most useful tool you have as an attacker, especially if you're playing someone like Twitch, because her entire thing, kind of rotates around drones, especially with her having the ability to take out other utilities inside of the building. So, you're probably wondering to yourself, how do I get good drone play? How do I get good drone play, JJX? Well, you see, if you want good drone play, you're going to want to set up your drones in a position where the attackers are able to use your drones, your teammates are able to use your drones, and locate enemies, but the defenders don't know where they are. So, let's just say we're going to take a wild map here. Oregon. Let's say they're defending second floor bombs, right? Okay, so a good position for a drone would be under a bed or on a shelf. Places where people won't think to look. And if they do find your drone, you're going up against good defenders. And that's good on them. That means they know what they're doing. But if you can trick them and not make it to where they can find your drone, it's wraps. It's wraps. Easy drone placement, easy win if you know what you're doing with it. Another tip that I can give out for drones is, if you're droning, never red ping, always yellow ping. If you red ping, people will know a drone is nearby, and they will go searching for that motherfucker until they find it. And that's just not going to end well for you, trust me. Alright, so that's all I can say for drones so far. So how about we move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2, operator selection. It is very important who you choose to play as an operator, especially in Rainbow. In my opinion, what I think you should do is get 2 to 3 operators who you know your way around and main them. Or if it calls, your team needs, let's say, an IQ, but you don't play IQ as much. If you understand the basics of how to use IQ stuff, like her electronic finder, all you gotta do, depends on what you're on. For me, I'm on PlayStation 5, plus R1, and then you look around and it should show like little pulses, like a radar, showing you where enemy stuff is. And it'll help you a lot when going up against really electronic based defenders. If you want more of an example of operator selection, I do run Nomad, Jackal, and Zero. A lot of Intel operators, but Nomad is the only operator I run that is not Intel based. The only thing she does is she's a good point holder, she's a good flank defender, and she's able to stop people from, running out the building with her air jabs, because it does stun them for a second, which is a pretty big advantage against someone in a gunfight if you think about it. They're on the ground, they can't use their gun, you're standing up just fine. You could use your gun. If you lose that might low-key be just a genuine skill issue. I'm not sure what to tell you about that. Tip number 3, and this one I also do stress, just like I stressed the first one. Play a defender with utility. Someone like Caveira. Don't play Caveira unless you know damn good and well you're going to be able to get an interrogation off. Play someone like Capcan, Fenrir, let's see, name a few. Bandit. Play people who can actually bring value to your defenses instead of playing someone who can just walk around. Valkyrie. Even Valkyrie is a decent choice. Her cams, if you know how to set up her cams, chef's kiss. Hats off to you, my friend. You can at least play the game with some sense of knowledge. And that, I'm looking for that in teammates. Hopefully we can run a game, brother. Just play right. Please. Just play the operator that you're supposed to play and play them right. Tip number 4. Please place your crosshair at head height. Don't be aiming at someone's wiener area. Don't be aiming at their body. Don't aim at their feetsies. Don't try to take their toes off. Aim at the head. Aim at head height. If you don't, chances are you're going to lose a gunfight if they're aiming at head height, because they're just going to one-tap you in the fucking head. It's over. I mean, a good example of playing good crosshair placement is, let's say you're peeking a corner like a rapid peeks, quick peeks. And you're just taking really quick free fires. If you're aiming at head height, you have a higher chance of killing them than you do if you're aiming at their body. because bodies are not one taps, heads are. If you manage to hit that head, boom, one and done. They're down. They're out of the game. It's over. They're out of it. But crosshair placement do very, very, very much. Like, just appreciate people who play it right. So that's tip number 4. And tip number 5, get your settings right. Like, seriously, get your settings right. I have videos up on my TikTok, up on my shorts, of me explaining a few basic settings that you can add. I'll probably link the videos down in the description, but it's just, if you're playing with default settings, what are you doing? Like, just genuinely, what are you doing? Like, it's not even a horrible thing to play them, but, like, you're asking to get killed if you are. Because basic settings are like 60 FOV. Ugh. Why are we playing at 60 FOV? Your basic settings with audio, your audio is all screwed up with the base settings because it plays all the audio at once. The ones I use are night mode, because night mode, you can hear everything, at least to a degree. You can make out what you're hearing instead of hearing everything at once. It compresses the things that are a little too loud, but it leaves room, just enough room for the things that you need to hear, which in my opinion is pretty damn good. People playing with the same basic sense, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I play with a sense personally of 75-30, 30 on vertical, 75 on horizontal. I'm still working my way up to 90. I'm just trying to work my way up very slowly so I get used to it. And that's really all I got to say for tip number 5. I seriously hope these tips can help you out in the long run. I really do appreciate you watching my video. And this is JJX, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See you later.